All right, welcome back. Working narcotics now as a detective on realcopstoriesvideos.com. We have 270 non-detective stories, Vice, a lot of gross ones, gangs, patrol, and all that stuff. So they're labeled Vice, they're labeled gross on the Vice ones. So if you have some kids or sensitive people, I'm asking you to leave them out of the room, so don't worry about that. But they're enjoyable, funny, laugh. Some are funny, some are sad, very entertaining. I hope some are informative. This is one of kind of informative. As I said before in my .com site, in my level, having informants is very important. They make or break you make big cases with informants because they're right in the middle of this stuff. I had a lady that helped me on another case that I had recorded on this website of intercepting a U-Haul truck full of marijuana. Of course, now it's legal, but in those days it wasn't. And this is what she did. She called me up and said that, because she's making money. She makes money. And she calls up and said that she knows that one of her people that she knows, that I knew, because I arrested him 3 or 4 years earlier, was had a storage locker and he had money in there, and then I should probably go intercept it. I should take it. Okay, fine. So I go with my partner, I pick her up, and I take her to the storage facility. Now, when we go to these storage facilities, huge. It must have had 500 units in there. All the same colored doors, all orange doors, with like 5 or 6 rows, of storage lockers. So I asked her on the way there, I said, when did you come here? I came here at night. Okay, was it dark? Yeah. What about all these stores? And I'm thinking to myself, she's not going to be identified this door. Okay, so we get in, we drive through, get in the place, and we're driving down, and I say, okay, tell me which row it is. So she's looking. Remember, she did this at night. She's looking. She goes, right here. There's where that pole is. She goes, turn here. So I turn. Now remember, when you turn that corner, all you see is, 70 doors orange, 70 doors orange. They all have numbers, grant you, but at night, so we're going down the aisle. I go, let me know which one it is. She goes, okay. She's looking, and she goes, 1, 2, 3, right here. This one? This one. Okay, so I wrote down the number. Okay, fine. So I said, you're sure? I am positive. Okay, now she's a confidential informant, so I could probably get a warrant just on that alone, but I want to get a little bit more in case I really find something big. And what if I find a dead body? I want to be able to hold someone responsible. I don't want to go in there unlawfully. Okay, so anyway, so I take her home, come back, and now I'm getting ready to prepare a search warrant. It would help I could get a little help. So I go into the offices. Now the officer is supposed to get a warrant for information that you want from their Rolodex of people. You just can't walk in and say, give me the name. No, they protect the privacy. However, some storage facilities have some documents that these people sign that say that they're allowed to give this information to law enforcement. People don't know that when they sign this form, because anything lawful, they want to cooperate and get this stuff out of there. If they have drugs or chemicals in here, they don't want them in their storage facility. That'll ruin the whole storage facility. So I walk in, I see Marine Corps memorabilia everywhere. I see an old guy in his 70s standing there with a Marine Corps hat on, and I walk in, identify myself, and he's looking at me, and I go, how's it going? And I go, hey, and I roll up my sleeve, and I show him my tattoo. Hey, now we're buddies about it. I said, I know you're not supposed to do this, but let me ask you a question. He's looking, he smiles at me, just him and me in there. He smiles. I go, before I get a search warrant, I said, I just want to know if this name is on this locker. That's all I want to know. If it is, then I'll get a search warrant. I'm going to get a search warrant anyway, but it really would help me if I can know I'm going the right way. He goes, okay, so I wrote down the number of the locker and the guy's name that I thought was on it, and I just passed it across the counter. And he looks at it, and he goes over. He had a righteous Rolodex, old school guy. He goes, what was it? He looks and he goes. So I said, okay. I said, I'll be back in a couple of days. Is there any way you can? She goes, oh no. He says, since you're coming, I'm going to put my own lock on there and tell him to come and see me because I know you're coming. I want to help you guys. I said, oh, I really appreciate that, because otherwise I have to have somebody stationed here because he could come up and ask you, or he could show up anytime and take it. And I want to make sure whatever's in there, I want to get it. He goes, oh no, that's not how we work here. I said, I'll put a lock on it. Okay, fine. He can come to me and I'll tell him, I don't know, the cops came here, and if he runs, he runs. I told him, I don't care, just I want what's in that locker. I'm not here for him. I'm here for the items in there. So he goes, oh, no problem. So I got his little golf cart and off he went. Got a nice big lock, and I went and I fired up that warrant. The next day I had it ready. I didn't want to waste any time in here. So I came back with my squad. My boss was kind of leery, little Mr. Cup is half empty guy. After I explained to him how she identified the locker, he kind of went, how's she going to know it's the right locker? Okay, well, then he saw that it was verified, so he felt a little better. Cut the lock, open it up, all kinds of stuff in there. There's these big big dark blue like drums in there, plastic drums, like 55-gallon drums. Only they're plastic. And so we're opening stuff and open one up. And again, like I know one of the other stories, it was like, oh, $250,000 in cash. Okay. So I called the dog, a narcotic dog, because we want to get a form in there because we want to hold the money for forfeiture, and it's a stronger case if the dog reacts to it. We took 2 or 3 barrels out before the dog got there, and put them out on the driveway outside, and waited. Dog came. We said, if you can identify which one. Dog goes around, gets this one. He's just sitting there right in front of it. I go, well, that's a hit. Okay, fine. That's the one where the money was in. Okay, we don't tell the handler which one it is because that's going to taint the case. We just tell him, check these 4 or 5 out and see what you got. Okay, fine. The officer likes doing that. It proves his dog is worthy of what he's supposed to be certified for. It's no problem. Okay, we took it. Okay, so we seized it, booked it. It's gone. It's going to be given to the county and city for their coffers. A couple, 3, 4 days go by. I get a phone call. Okay, yeah, this is attorney so and so for Mr. So and so. I said, yes. Is this so-and-so? Yes, it is. Detective so-and-so. How you doing? How you doing? He goes, I represent so-and-so, and I want to know, check this out. If you're going to do any more action against my client, seizing any more of his property. I said, I can't tell you that. He goes, you have to tell me. I said, oh, I have to tell you. And my whole time thinking, okay, first of all, I don't like attorneys. Okay? District attorneys, okay. But not defense attorneys. They're on my hit list, I go, oh, really? Well, I'll tell you what. Here's his number, 213. What's that number for? Did you write it down? No. Well, let me give it to you again. Write it down. I'm really getting curt now. That's the number for the district attorney's office, and here's his name. I said, you call him and see if he'll talk to you. I'm not talking to you. You got to talk to me. Click. Nope. And so whenever we have a defense attorney call us, they're not supposed to, then you have to write a report explaining to your department why this guy talked to you, and they give a copy to the district attorney. That way there isn't any kind of collusion, that he called me so we can divvy up the money. The reason why he's calling, obviously, is because it's money. It's his money. He wants to give the guy a bill for whatever he's doing him for, whatever he's, services rendered. Not my problem. Not my problem. So I wrote a report, give it to my boss. Everybody's happy because we got all this money. And then here come the day we're going to pay her. Okay, so we paid her before, and so I went to my lieutenant who handles that, looked up a chart, and they paid her 20 grand for that. 20 grand. Pretty good. Tax-free, $20,000. And so we escorted her to the bank, my lieutenant, myself, and a couple other guys, make sure everything was put in her accounts, everything was okay, she didn't get robbed, or we're not taking any money as payment, we don't get that sort of thing, but we want to do it so everything's legit. She was crying, she was in tears, she goes, I can move out of this house, I can get a better place. This is great, this is great, this is the way it is. And that's her. She's doing it for her reasons, and I'm using her for my reasons. And everybody's happy here. And that's what the money's for. There's funds for that. It's not a big deal. So very good. I used her a few more times later. It'll be in my stories. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye.